Hello everyone, Derek Stan Toys, and we are back with another action figure review. Today we've got the From the Vault Elite Series 6 Rob Van Dam, and I am super excited to get into this action figure review here tonight. As you know, if you know me, this is my GOAT right here. It's RVD, and I'm always going to be super excited to get an RVD figure. And well, lo and behold, we get an unreleased RVD in the From the Vault series. At least that's how I want to say they were putting it. Now it is released, but this is an attire that they had put on the shelf and they're now bringing to life. They've got a couple more RVDs out there that I don't own, like the Monday Night Wars RVD, the Ruthless Aggression RVD, and what was it? The Defining Moments RVD I think I don't have, excluding anything basic wise. But then on top of it, I want to say they got a couple more RVDs coming out in the Legends line and stuff of that nature. So plenty of RVDs to go around, thankfully. I'm never going to complain about getting an RVD. And speaking of Rob, why don't we get him out of his plastic prison now, shall we? Alrighty, you guys, so this one might be a little bit quicker than we at least anticipated, just because, there really isn't no accessories that come with this RVD, unlike the Cactus Jack from the same wave that came with an Ultimate Edition's worth of accessories, if not more. But we do get 2 sets of interchangeable hands and 1 accessory that is not a interchangeable one, I guess you could say. We've got his RVD thumb hands already plugged in onto the figure. And then we've got his weapon / mic holding hand, so he can grab the trash can and beat you with it. Speaking of the trash can though, we do got this, I guess you could say, nicely sculpted trash can. I think it's actually kind of a new skull, as I don't think we've had one that felt or looked like this before. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know I've got a couple of the Mattel trash cans and I don't recall them feeling like that. So kind of a new trash can accessory, perhaps? I don't know, but one thing I do know is we do have new kick pads on this RVD, as they are not your standard kick pad mold. Maybe this is a new kick pad mold Mattel introduced, since they have been introducing a lot of new things. I don't know, this is the first time I've ever seen this kick pad mold before, though. At least I'm saying with my own eyes, because this is definitely different compared to his other figures, and I can definitely get into that here soon. But that doesn't necessarily matter too much at the moment, as it's got the Van Dam down the sides of each kick pad. We've got this beautiful singlet, which, just give me a second, I gotta readjust my headphone. It feels like it's falling out of my fucking ear. But we've got this beautiful singlet, got this green dragon with red outline and a blue outline. Really nice looking decal work there and just stuff of that nature. I love how the singlet design continues up into the torso as it crunches. Got the RVD up here with the yin and yang right there. A couple little stripes on each side. Got the yin and yang logo a couple of times repeating throughout the attire here. Got the 4th one right there with the RVD. Got the dragon pattern continuing all throughout the design. Got the 5th yin and yang. Got I don't know exactly what to call this mask here, as it kind of looks like one of those Japanese masks, but then it also kind of looks like a cat. You can tell me what you think in the comment section down below. We've got another dragon over here, I'm gonna assume. Sadly, the decal cuts out a little too much there to actually see. Got another little RVD down there. I don't know, I'm loving this attire so far. Got an RVD written right there. Just beautiful attire here so far, which is what crushes me to say that knowing how good this figure is so far, there is one gripe I have with it. This head scan is not it, though. Actually, if anything, this head scan is really fucking good in my opinion. I think it's a little bit better than this one, which, I mean, they're both kind of on the same caliber as far as like goofiness and shit, but look, they spray painted like half the beard on the face on that one. So now I've got a nicer looking one I can plop on that one and stuff of that nature. Though I do also have the Ultimate, so I got a couple of different head scans I can use for RVDs. But like I said, the head scan is far from the issue. If anything, we've got one leg that can move, but we have two legs that don't want to move together. So we're gonna have to hot water treat this bitch after the review is done. Sad to say, I was not gonna take the time to do it while the review was just on pause. But everything else seems to be posing around just fine, you know. The ab crunch is going well. The waist swivel is fine. Double jointed elbows and the shoulders and all that good jazz. It's all posing quite well. Hell, even the ankles got their posability the way they should. It's just this one leg. So sad to say, it's really gonna have to happen that way. But yeah, why don't we get into some of these RVD action figure comparisons, and then we can get him into his final pose, because realistically, he isn't gonna be posing much as of right yet. Well, alrighty, you guys, now that RVD is all posed up in his final pose realistically, and we've got my other RVDs sitting out here for some action figure comparisons, you guys can see some of the differences among some of the RVDs from his very first Elite all the way till now. Like I said, I do have a couple more I do gotta get, like the Monday Night Wars Elite and the Ruthless Aggression Elite and the Defining Moments, but you know, we're getting there. We're slowly cooking on the RVD collection. Thankfully, they're finally pumping out some extra ones too. So yeah, whenever RVD comes out, you gotta snag them figures up as quick as you can, because they become hard to find real quick. Like, I remember back in the day when it came to his first Elite, his Return Elite, it was one of those things where I never saw this figure in stores. I never seen this figure like online realistically. I also didn't have internet back in the day when I was growing up. My parents were not really for having much internet access in the household, even if we did have internet. Not saying we didn't, but it's not like I had 24/7 access like I do now. But this RVD was hard to find. I'm happy that I saved money when I was a kid to buy this RVD, and now I do have it arm swapped and knee pad swapped and technically no head, because I did take off the original head. It was fairly beat up. So it's got one of the Ultimate scans on it right now, kind of what it's meant for now. If I do decide to use it in the pig fed, I have a way to use it without using the old beat up head scan. Got multiple scans now as it stands. But then here's his first Elite back into the series since this one. Was supposed to have a Chase variant, never got released. So good luck finding the original release on that. That's not going to cost you like a down payment on a car. But realistically, and in all honesty, I'd probably pay it. I can't front. But you've got his Ultimate Edition. Sadly, the one and only Ultimate Edition RVD I'm aware of, at least at the moment. Maybe we did get one revealed and I'm just not recalling. But then we've got his From the Vault series here. I'm just super excited to potentially get more of these down the line, whether they're the new ones or some of the ones I just haven't gotten yet. I'm going to have to look into it and see if I can find some other ones that I haven't gotten yet. Maybe scoop those up and try to fill out the spaces in the RVD collection, because if I can, I want all the Mattel RVDs that I can. Kind of on that track record with some of the Elite figures, like Braun Breaker, I want to say I have just about all of them except for his third Elite, which hopefully I'll get that soon. But yeah, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rank this figure? Honestly, if he didn't have the leg issue, I'd probably scale him up there with the Cactus Jack, just because I'm really loving this attire. This might be one of his best attires in figure form we've gotten so far, other than maybe his defining moments, just in my opinion. Ooh, excuse me, that I got like a little throat tickle attack during this. But so I would give him like a 9.6 out of 10. But with the leg issue, I'm bumping that straight down to a 9. He is a really good fucking figure after all. Not gonna say he isn't, but it's still disappointing to have to go hot water treat this figure at the end of the day, knowing how perfect this is. Like, they even gave us the right fucking knee pads for once. You know how rare that is, essentially? I want to say I've had the knee pad swap all the other RVDs sitting here, except for this one, and I know other ones I'm going to have to do it as well, but either way, I still got one of the very few things that RVD should have had straight out the gate, the smaller knee pads. But I digress. A good solid 9 is good for me, which is probably a little bit of biasy because I love RVD, but that's besides the point. When it comes down to the Dave Meltzer star scale, the good old 1 to Young Buck match, what would I rank him on a scale of 1 to 5 stars? Obviously, if I gave him a good solid 9 out of 10, a good solid 4 out of 5, I think scales out quite perfectly. And with that being said, I realistically don't have all that much left to say. And I want to kind of wrap this up just so I can go hot water treat this RVD before I decide if I'm going to go lay down for work, or if I'm going to stay up a little bit longer and do like some pig feeding or something before I lay down. But yeah, I guess on that note, if you liked the video, feel free to like the video. If you guys did not like the video, womp womp, I guess. But if you did like the video and you guys would like to, feel free to go check out some of my other content. We've got a lot of good shit premiering here. As you can see, we've got the Cactus Jack review that I was just talking about. Still hasn't premiered yet as of recording this. We've got the NWO Scott Hall and Kevin Nash Outsiders 2-pack. That Ultimate Edition set was pretty damn worth it. We've got the MJF Chase and Standard Devil like duo review. We've got a unboxing that was actually given to you guys a little bit earlier, just so, well, I can also get the content out there faster for y'all. But just a lot of shit, including stuff with the Pig Fed, which hopefully we'll have the last night of the UK tour out here soon. But yeah, on that note, if you guys could, last and final note, feel free to subscribe. After all, it is free to subscribe. We are currently sitting at 414 subs as we speak. So, you know, if you guys would like to, feel free to add yourself to that if you already aren't. Or, yeah, if you already are not subscribed, feel free to do it. And if you would like to, feel free to share the account around with some of your friends, family, maybe your dog, your cat, your sister, your brother, whoever. I don't care who you share it with. Just share it around if you'd like to. If you know people who enjoy action figure content in this nature. Of course, I don't really do like Marvel Legends or anime figure reviews or anything of that nature, but maybe this is something some of your other friends will easily just like to sit here and watch. Something to kill time. Beats me, but you know what doesn't beat me? Hitting that subscribe button. Shameless plug. Anyway, at the end of the day, have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I'm not in your time zone, but if I were, I'd probably enjoy it, or maybe not. I don't know, but it does not matter, because at the end of the day, we are out of here, so deuces, ooses. Oh, well, if we're gonna end it like this, and come on, give me with a little bit of that too sweet.